What's up guys, and welcome to the video. So Gen Con happened and there were two regionals that happened at Gen Con. I think it was Friday and Saturday, and the Saturday lists have just dropped. So here is the list for the top 8 deck lists. For regionals there are only 8 in the top cut. For Circuit Series there are 16. I believe the deck lists are in rank order, but I have not had that confirmed. But first and second place are correct. So first up we have Eric Hill playing SS3 this time, not Hirudegarn like last time. His list is 4 intensifying trunks, 4 burst attacks, 4 chain attack trunks, 4 foreseeing hit, 3 topo, 4 unbreakable, 3 ghost attack, 1 lightning fast hit, 4 piccolo, 2 unyielding, 4 raging spirit, 2 Zeno, 2 Fu, so 2 Dimensional Banisher Fu, 1 Scientist Fu, 2 Flute, 4 Sensu Bean, and 2 Coercion. In the side we have Planet M2, 2 Kaba, 1 Topo, a 2nd Lightning Fast Hit, 3 Yajirobe, 2 Mefuba, 2 U7 Beerus, 1 Zeno, and 2 Fu shrouded in mystery. Some interesting picks here, going for 4 Gohan and 4 hit, along with 3 Ghost Attack Gotenks, and the Lightning Fast Hit, which I think is a very nice tech. Don't see that very often, but I guess you can evolve it off the foreseeing hit and get some unexpected wins from that. Next we have MArquis Kantarci playing Trunks. 4 intensifying trunks, 4 Kaba, 3 Legic, 1 burst attack, 3 furthering destruction, 4 chain attack, 1 foreseeing hit, 4 unbreakables, 3 Piccolo, 2 Mai, 1 Kibito Kai, and not opting to play for 4 Piccolo, 4 unyielding trunks, 3 Zeno, 1 times choice Supreme Kai of Time, 2 Scientist Fu, 4 Flute, 4 Bean, and 2 Coercion. The side deck I found very strange, a lot of one-offs here. 1 Saiyan Daughter Bula, 1 Champa, 1 Hit, 1 Miraculous Comeback Gohan, 2 Whis Coercion, 2 Mefuba, 1 Mai, 3 Ultimate Judgment Jacko, 1 Krinoa, 1 Banisher Fu, and 1 Mirror Creator Absorbed. I do like the Trunks deck, but there are some strange choices here with the 1 foreseeing hit in the main and 1 in the side, 1 burst attack Gohan. I'm not sure if it's worth it to run one-offs really. I don't know how much he saw them during the day, but he made top, so it must have worked for him. Following on we have Ben Lodise with SS3, but some interesting cards here. 4 Unbreakables, 4 Majin Buu, 4 Piccolo, 3 Tapion, 4 Gohan, 3 Dragon Fist SS3 Son Goku, 4 Nail the Namekian Ace, 4 Combo Killer, 3 Kami's Power Piccolo, 4 Krinoa, 3 Scientist Fu, 4 Flute, 2 Mefuba, and 4 Full Power Energy. In the side we have 4 Sensu Bean, that's interesting there, 2 Coercions, 2 Mefuba, 2 King Vegeta Surprise Attack, 2 Hidden Awakening Kale, 1 Haru Haru, and 2 Saiyan. A lot of negates here, 10 if you include the ones in the side. 4 Mefuba overall, so that is quite interesting. I'm not sure what the Kale is doing there, maybe it's just for removal because there isn't a lot of removal in this format so far, and you can see that in the main deck he is taking advantage of this with the Bond, Piccolo, and Nail, and also taking advantage of Barrier as well for when there is a bit of removal with Dragon Fist Goku. So interesting build there, even though it's SS3, but it's different from what we've seen so far. Next up we have Trey Faircloth. Good to see that Trey is topping again. Hadn't seen him in the tops for a little while. In the midst of all the negativity and the drama that came from Gen Con, there was a nice story that came out of it. Trey actually misplaced his deck box and someone handed it in and it was returned to him, so that was nice to hear. So the deck, he played Hirudegarn. We have 4 Kaba, 3 Legic, 4 Burst Attack, 3 Furthering Destruction, 4 Unbreakables, 3 Minotia, 2 Hirudegarn the Wanderer, 4 Hoi, 4 Unyielding Trunks, 4 Raging Spirits on Gohan, 3 At All Costs Vegeta, 2 Dimensional Banisher Fu, 2 Scientist Fu, 4 Flute, and 4 Bean. In the side we have 4 Intensifying Trunks, and I'm not sure why this isn't in the main, 1 Bodyguard Legic, 4 Chain Attack Trunks, 3 Whis Coercion, and 3 Zeno. Interesting that he mained Banisher Fu and didn't main any Intensifying Trunks, but perhaps he was trying to focus on the Vegeta, which can single-handedly win you games. Next is Colby Gerrish with SS3. We have 4 Intensifying Trunks, 3 Burst Attack, 2 Digging Deep Vegeta, very good card, 4 Chain Attack, 3 Foreseeing Hit, 4 Topo, 4 Unbreakable, 3 Kefla, 4 Piccolo, 4 Gohan, 3 Zeno, 2 Fu Shrouded in Mystery, 4 Sensubin, 4 Coercion, and 2 Mifuba. In the side we have 2 Vados Assistants, 2 Legic, an extra Digging Deep Vegeta, 3 Jiren, a 4th Kefla, Mifuba, 3 Beerus, and 2 Dimensional Banisher Fu. Not too much to say about this deck, although the Kefla is a notable mention, has Deflect and has Dual Attack, so when you attack you draw a card and restand it, and because of the lack of removal right now, it's very difficult to get rid of, and even if you attack twice it's 25k, so you can combo out. Next we have Microphone with another SS3 deck, but it's not your typical one. The list we have 4 Unbreakables, 4 Piccolo, 4 Newfound Power Son Gohan, 4 Brienne de Chateau, 4 Nail, 4 Maiden Attendant, 2 Android 16, 2 Combo Killer, 2 Kami's Power Piccolo, 4 Maiden Squadron Leader Ribrianne, 4 Ribrianne Transformation Complete, 3 Cronoa, 2 Times Choice Supreme Kai of Time, 1 Scientist Fu, 3 Flute, and 4 Full Power Energy. In the side we have 9 cards, 4 Raging Spirits on Gohan, 2 Goten Family of Justice, 2 Haru, and 1 Fu Shrouded in Mystery. So although this is an SS3, it is a Maiden deck, and it did well, so really congrats to him. So if you don't know how the deck works, you have Gohan, which is your Kaba but crit, and that helps you awaken. And your turn 1 play is Girl Warrior Brienne de Chateau. That lets you search for your Maiden Squadron cards. Turn 2 you evolve into the 5-drop, and this is Barrier, so your opponent can't really remove it consistently in their turn 2 or 3. And then in your next turn you evolve into the 7-drop, and your opponent is under so much pressure now because this is a 30k double strike, and every time it attacks you choose 2 cards in your opponent's hand and place them into the drop area. So they might want to chain attack Zeno you to get out of this, but you can rip the Zeno out of their hand and they have no counters for this. In second place we have Danny Hype with the red-blue SS3. So his list is 4 Intensifying Trunks, 3 Burst Attack, 4 Chain Attack, 4 Foreseeing Hit, 3 Topo, 4 Unbreakable, 3 Kefla, 4 Piccolo, 3 Gohan, 3 Zeno, 1 Dimensional Banisher Fu, 2 Scientist Fu, only 2 Flute, 4 Bean, 4 Coercion, and 2 Mifuba. In the side deck we have 2 Legic, 2 Digging Deep Vegeta, 2 Chomper, 1 Flute, 3 Majin Buu, 2 Cronoa, 1 Banisher Fu, and 2 Fu Shrouded in Mystery. Not much to say about this deck. It's quite standard, but very, very solid. There are 6 negates in here, only 2 flutes, but he isn't maining too many cheap drops, so perhaps the flute wasn't too useful for him, even though the card is absolutely bonkers. And in first place we have MArquis, or MArquis, McKinney, who has subsequently been banned for 6 months. But he played Hirudegarn, and we have 4 intensifying trunks, 4 Cabba, 2 Legic, 2 burst attack, 2 jumper, 4 chain attack, 2 foreseeing hit, 4 unbreakables, 4 Hoi, 4 unyielding, 3 Zeno, 1 times choice supreme Kai, 3 scientist Fu, 4 flute, 4 bean, and 3 coercion. In the sideboard we have 2 planet M2, 1 coercion, 3 Gohan, 2 Jacko, 3 Cronoa, 2 dimensional banisher Fu, and 2 Marseillan. Not too much to say about the list. It does look very smooth and very consistent, and I'm sure that contributed greatly to the win. So those were the lists, and although the leader diversity is still pretty much non-existent, it's the same as last time. We have SS3, we have Trunks, it was just 1 Trunks, and we have Hirudegarn. But I felt that the decks themselves were quite diverse. With an SS3 you had Maidens, you had the Dragon Fist Goku deck, and even though SS3 is so dominant and it's so versatile, it does seem to be producing different decks, even though everyone is using SS3. With SS3 doing so well, and with Bandai actually being at Gen Con, it does seem inevitable at this point that it will get errated. What do you guys think Bandai should do? Leave it in the comments below. There are some people who don't want to see SS3 errated, saying that decks such as Maidens would never make it into the top cut without SS3. But at the same time, the reason SS3 was put on the watch list is because it's too good. The design of the card is too good, and just by playing SS3 you make certain decks better, and therefore fewer leaders are used. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, and remember to sub for more content. I will see you guys next time.